Whenever I hear somebody miscarried and it's their first baby, I always wonder, ooh, is this just a one-off or is it going to be an issue? Because, there's a lot of women who fall into a deep depression, even over just one miscarriage. So it could have been an attempt to alleviate that. Obviously not a good attempt. And we never know what people's intentions are, right? Especially when you don't know how to handle something, you can totally come off the opposite of how you really feel. So that's like something that I struggle with, because I do feel that, yeah, we need to be sensitive about it, but at the same time, we have to bring in some type of practicality into it, especially because a lot of women will have, I know somebody who has 7 kids and they had probably more miscarriages than they had kids. So where is the balance within that? And then as a person who's not going to get in the bed with you, eat ice, as somebody who doesn't want to promote your depression, where's the balance and what can you say? Have y'all ever thought about that?
Well, that's a very good question. There has to be a balance because what happens is during a miscarriage, you want to allow that person that time to grieve. No one can tell you, oh my God, okay, it's been a month now, you need to get over it and move on. You want to give that person that time to grieve and process what occurred, because again, it is a life. It is a life. And, miscarriages can happen in many different times. It can happen in your first trimester early. It can happen in your second trimester where, you're feeling and you're connecting, you're bonding, by the second trimester, you're actually even feeling the baby move inside of you. So it varies of how traumatic the levels are. And that's not to negate if it happens in the first trimester, it's not as traumatic or as devastating as if it happens in the third. So based on that individual experience, I would suggest that you first would be compassionate to what they're experiencing, and you would allow them to at that moment to grieve. And then after, a couple of weeks, maybe a month, then you want to try to get an understanding. Okay, what happened here? Can this be preventable? How can I help myself and prepare my body to create the best environment for conception? What tools do I have within me what can I do to help my body be at its optimal level for conception?